Noor Kabir, cause number 215-8240. Guys, would you announce yourselves for the purpose of the record? State.
For the state, Kelsey Seabrook. For the state, Mackenzie Walton.
Defense.
For the defense, Andrew Salinas, Salinas.
All right. And we are here now due to Mr. Kabir having a bond violation. This is our third bond violation report that we have had.
And there it is, bond revoked. The gavel might as well be a hammer slamming down on his freedom. If you've ever wondered what 3 strikes look like in real time, buckle up, because this is just the beginning.
Our first bond violation. So I guess let me start up. Mr. Kabir is charged with driving while intoxicated. He was ordered as a condition of his bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. State, does he have a DWI open elsewhere? To refresh my memory, please. Mr. Salinas, did he not have a DWI?
He currently, yes, Your Honor.
He has an open DWI where?
In Navarro County.
So we put conditions on him. I can't. Please, Felicia.
The most recent ones, Judge, or?
Quick legal sidebar. When a judge sets bond conditions like no alcohol, no drugs, and installing a breathalyzer, those aren't friendly suggestions. They're the court's leash. Break them, and that leash snaps, sending you straight into a cell.
There's been a few that we've amended over time.
What are the current conditions now?
The current conditions now are appear in court every time the case is set on docket, no new law violations, install a IID device in the vehicle, no driving without permission of the court, no drugs, no alcohol, plan to obtain a SCRAM device, and to submit to drug and alcohol testing at the court's discretion.
Did he have a curfew as well?
No, Judge.
He originally had a curfew, Your Honor, but because there were no issues with that, we had it removed.
Okay.
Yes.
And so now our first bond violation report that we had was September 23rd, 2024. And in that one, he had been in lockout for failure, I guess, to pay. I don't know, which is weird because we normally always pay for all of them. A second bond violation report was filed January 6th, 2025, where I guess he was in lockout again because due to no recalibration of the device. And we now, February 4th, 2025, have a third bond violation. And in this violation, the defendant was ordered to obtain a SCRAM device and to refrain from alcohol consumption and not tampering with the device. The defendant's SCRAM device has reported one consumption event that occurred on January 16th of 2025 at 11:55 p.m. It was also confirmed by a SCRAM analyst as well. Correct?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. So.
Yes, Your Honor. So,
Yes.
So to begin with the first.
Okay, this is where it really starts to unravel. Not 1, not 2, but 3 bond violations. And the kicker? The last one isn't just a missed appointment. It's confirmed alcohol consumption while wearing a court-ordered monitoring device, a true legal face bomb.
Amended order for pretrial. So if the state wants a copy, I have a copy to show them, but sure. So, Your Honor, just going to the very first order, as Your Honor just noted, usually agency fees are waived for that. However, the box on that for saying that the fees were waived, I believe, were not checked on that. Further, Your Honor, the main purpose here for your determination of giving someone bond in the first place is to establish that they come back to court. So are they a flight risk? And then also, are they a danger to the community? Now, Your Honor, if an interlock device is in lockout on a vehicle, it doesn't start. No one's driving that vehicle specifically. There's no way that they can. I could call a witness to testify that, but I know that you
But that doesn't
are aware of
excuse you
that.
from violating the conditions.
Your Honor,
Are you justifying that because of that you can just?
No, Your Honor, I'm trying to contextualize this because we've been here 2 prior settings before. I know you're concerned greatly about the number that it's at number 3 now. I'm trying to establish that the first and second, there was no indication of alcohol consumption or drug use during that time.
It wasn't working. How are we supposed to know?
And Your Honor, again, one of the two main points of determining what kind of bond, both the conditions and amount are, will they return to court and community safety? Here, my client who's being, accused of DWI, wasn't driving that vehicle. So it was impossible for him to be driving that vehicle, Your Honor. So I ask you to take that into account as far as public safety goes. As far as this latest bond violation, it's the state's burden to prove that my client violated his bond. All we have right now is a report by SCRAM, but no one is here to testify on behalf of. Well, we can call that, Your Honor, but
Yeah.
sure.
Judge, I spoke with the defense counsel today and he said that he was not requesting to have anybody come here to testify to the SCRAM device.
We have Felicia that can be called up as a witness to testify as to what happened with and whether he tested positive or not.
Notice the defense strategy here. They're leaning hard on technicalities, arguing the client wasn't driving and the device was in lockout mode. But the reality is that bond conditions cover overall behavior, not just driving, meaning the issue isn't where he was, it's what he did.
Whether he's consuming alcohol.
It's also the state's burden to prove that he did
So-
that. So that's, yeah.
Please.
Yes, Your Honor, we would call retrial services, Ms. Felicia Charles.
Okay, ma'am, would you please come up, raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay,
So you have first amended order and then second, third amended retrial supervisions and then the fourth. So referencing the fourth amended order for pretrial supervision and bond conditions, what I'm showing you, do you recognize this?
Yes.
Can you tell us what this is and what are the conditions that are checked?
These are,
Sorry, could you repeat what you just said?
sorry, I said I don't know if she needs that. It was an extra paper.
Okay. I just want it on the record.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Yes, these are pretrial bond conditions, and these are listed as appear in court every time the case is set on docket unless the judge waives appearance. No new law violations, install ignition interlock within the vehicle, no driving without permission of the court, no drugs, no alcohol, and then to obtain, we do have a curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. and then a SCRAM device to be installed.
And so what we're showing you is what's been marked as State's Exhibit 1, and we'll tender this to defense for any objections.
No objections.
be admitted as one.
So in this case regarding the SCRAM device, can you tell us about that?
Yes, so what exactly about?
What is that? What's the standard procedure someone's supposed to do?
Yeah, so a SCRAM device is ordered.
Now we get to the heart of the matter, the SCRAM device. This ankle monitor doesn't just track location. It continuously checks for alcohol through your skin 24/7, like a tiny judgmental robot permanently strapped to your leg. And this one just tattled.
And it tracks the press.
Objection, Your Honor. The foundation, I believe the state is trying to ask her to testify as far as her, are you trying to establish her as like an expert on SCRAM?
And I was not trying to establish her as an expert, just from her experience, what the SCRAM device is basically for, which she can testify to as a trial.
I'd ask that the court consider that as that testimony as a layperson, not as for the purposes of establishing expertise.
So I want to know whether there is a violation for alcohol consumption. So, what day do we have any kind of hot blows? What's the amount? Do you have anything of that nature?
Yes, so the report should have been provided to the bond violation email as well of the graph.
And I'm showing her now what's marked as State's.
For the exact amounts and everything, I would need to look at the report that was provided in the email.
Okay,
Okay.
please.
Have the graphs been printed, state, or she's just referring? Yeah, just so we can all agree on what she's referring to.
And I'm showing you what we marked as State's Exhibit 6. Can you please tell us what this is?
So this is a SCRAM report sent back to us whenever the device information and data is pulled. And this is what the analysts observe for either tampers or consumption. And this is what they send us back if there is a confirmed tamper or consumption as per.
Okay, so this fairly accurately depicts a SCRAM for embedded statistics.
Yes,
We will tender defense for any objections and note that this has been, is it correct to say this has been emailed to defense prior to this date?
yes.
Defense proceeded, no objection, Your Honor.
Okay, it'll be admitted.
Okay, so can you tell us about the specific dates in this report again that was given to defense prior to today of the basic dates that the SCRAM was not completed properly?
Yes, so the device seems to be fully functioning. And on January 17th, Friday, January 17th, the SCRAM device picked up a peak TAC of 0.078%. And then established a zero baseline once again for the dissipation rates of the alcohol at 9:05 a.m. on January 17th.
Say it again.
9:05 a.m. January 17th, 0% TAC was reestablished for the dissipation of alcohol.
Okay, and for those dates, the ones that match on what I'm showing you as Case Exhibit 2, the bond violation report, can you please, do you recognize this?
Yes.
Can you please read the details of the violations here?
It says the defendant was ordered to obtain a SCRAM device and to refrain from alcohol consumption and not tampering with the device. The defendant's SCRAM device has reported one consumption event. The confirmed alcohol consumption occurred on January 16, 2025 at 11:55 p.m. This information was received on 1/17/2025 and confirmed by a SCRAM analyst.
Thank you. We pass the witness.
Okay.
All right. Good morning. I just want to, if you could turn to, I believe it was it's Exhibit 3, I think, for the SCRAM non-compliance report, the cover page. Do you see that? Yeah, what she has right there. Oh, is it 6? Okay. Would you stay, since you're close, would you give that to her? Thank you. So just looking at the cover page there, can you read who the agent is on this report?
Justice Turner.
Are you Justice Turner?
No.
Have you consulted with Ms. Turner about this report?
Through the emails, yes, for the bond violation report and the.
What exactly did those conversations include?
The entire.
So
number that was provided.
let me. Sorry, that was a poorly phrased question.
I'm sorry,
No,
I
that's
don't understand.
that's my fault. Don't worry about it. My question is, did she consult with you when compiling this report?
Would you be more specific?
Did you help in the assembly of this report?
No.
Okay. Have you ever assisted or aided in the assembly of a SCRAM systems non-compliance report?
No, no one.
No, no one in the department does. Okay. And do you have any sort of, have you ever worked for SCRAM systems?
No.
Have you ever had any special training in SCRAM systems?
Yes.
What is that training?
I actually met with Ronald Grant from Sentinel, the regional representative, about maybe 2 months ago
Mhm.
to get an advanced knowledge of this device. This is one of the very few devices that I do have advanced knowledge in, but
And
not expertise.
Sure. And what exactly did this person teach you?
We went
Briefly.
through how to read the graph, kind of how to establish consumption versus a tamper,
Mhm.
environmental factors versus consumption, etc.
Okay. So during that training, did you ever actually look at a physical device, the SCRAM device?
No.
So you didn't do any like live experiments where, like, for instance, you put on a SCRAM and then, drank alcohol to see how that works?
No.
No. Okay. And as far as Mr. Kabir's SCRAM device, have you examined it prior to this hearing?
Me personally, no.
Okay. And so, one second. So is it fair to say that you've been thoroughly trained on the theory of SCRAM device and alcohol detection? Is that fair to say? That let me rephrase that. So you don't have any actual technical experience with how the SCRAM device detects alcohol in someone's skin. Is that fair to say?
Think?
I don't want you to think. Is it yes or
I
no?
I still don't understand.
I'm trying to understand too.
Do I not understand how a SCRAM device works, or have I not for myself? And
Sure. So, this is pretty, is it fair to say like the science is kind of advanced here? Like when you received your training, did you have the personal opinion that that was advanced science that you were learning about?
I believe so.
Okay. And you don't, so basically it sounds like your training, and correct me if I'm wrong here, your training was mostly so you could be able to make sense of what a report says and not necessarily how the actual device itself works. Is that fair to say?
Partially, yes.
Okay. What's what am I
We
partially
did
wrong
go
about?
over, yes, reading the graphs, but then also what kind of would entail, what would mess with the device.
Okay.
Essentially, as well with tampers, environmental factors with that, makeup
Mhm.
or placing something between the skin, how things are
Mhm.
worked around with the device, how people evade from, having the correct reading on the device.
Sure.